Sound like a bull? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah? Okay. All right. I want to show you some different ways that you can use your ribbon to coordinate your packages with your tree, your decorated tree. I made up a, here, would you like one? Does everybody have one? Now, because I'm not, normally I use a hot glue gun. I'm not going to do that because it's just too dangerous. But these are the tools that you'll need in order to make the ribbon roses. And I recommend you getting a dual temp hot glue gun. And the reason I say that is the low temp, if you're working with something that you're going to have to use your fingers in close proximity to the glue, you want a low temp. And it dries a lot faster as well. You'll need a pair of scissors, measuring tape, some snippers, and some hobby pliers. Okay, in order to make these ribbon roses, I cut 1 yard of ribbon. And another supply that I like to use that you can buy here at Ace Hardware, these are felt tips that you put under your chair legs in order to keep it from scratching the hardwood. Aisle 9. Aisle 9. I use that as my base for the rose. So when we get started, you take one end and you fold it twice. That's going to be your center of your rose, and it keeps the wire from coming all the way through when you start gathering. At this point, if I was making this at home, I would put a touch of glue right here at the center to hold it in place. And on the end that you put the touch of glue, that's where you want to pull the wire from. Right where the fold is, where you fold it twice, that's going to be the center. You're going to put your touch of glue to hold it in place. And then if you put the glue on that side, then you're going to pull the wire on that end. And this is why I like to use the snippers, which I don't. There we are. The needle nose is up to hold my wire when I start gathering. And you pull a little bit and you pull it down, keep pulling it down. And as you do this, it starts making like a ringlet. Work it all the way to the end. With finer ribbons, you'll find that it's so much easier to run. Burlap's a little more difficult. Don't pull this way with your wire when you're doing this because it'll tear the seam out that's holding the wire. So you just keep running this down. Until you get all the way to the fold. The tighter you gather the ribbon on the wire, the tighter the rosette will be. So you see how it's making the ringlet now? Just keep pulling like this. Normally, I put a tighter gather on the center than I do the outer, but you can make that adjustment. Very good, Margo. Okay. I didn't say anything. Now, you see how it kind of cuts into each other? That's as simple as it gets. So what I want you to do, if you're doing this at home, you'll make a couple of turns like this, and at that point, you'll put a little touch of glue after you made a couple of turns to hold it. Then you're going to take that felt piece, peel this off, and this side is sticky. You're going to go ahead and stick that to that. That's going to give you the foundation of turning the rest of the rose. And the rest of it just simply twirls around. I'm going to pretend that's there. twirls around, and it's basically cupping it into the ringlet that you previously made. And then as you go around that little bitty disc, hit it with a bit of glue, you know, occasionally as you go around, just to hold it in place. And then you have your ribbon rose. You can shape it, whatever. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it. Sometimes I want to make it into a floral pick. I'll use a piece of dowel, which we carry here at Ace. And you can just snip it off, slide it up on there, glue it. You can use a twist tie, glue it into the center of the rosette, and then you can twist tie it on packages. You can take just your simple base like I showed you before, put some Velcro, the sticky Velcro on here, and it can be Velcro to anything, put a magnet, other things. One of my favorite things to do is the book rings that you can open up. You can take it, say you already have a bow made and on a package, you can take it, slip it right over on that, clamp it down, and it's added a bow to your package or your tree if that's what you want to do. This is the D-ring. Now, if you want to use one of these, or if you want to run the pipe cleaner, floral wire, or whatever, you want to do that before you glue on your little pad. Okay? And what I think would be a good idea is use it as a napkin ring. And it clamps right down over it. You can take a fresh sprig of holly, rosemary, any kind of herb to accent with it. You can take floral picks, slide it up in there. You can take, don't throw away your scraps. You know, if something breaks, just keep it because you can use it somewhere else. There's so many options. Simple little tricks to use leftover ribbon or just buy an extra roll. You can also wrap presents that doesn't have anything in it. You might access your tree and bring all out the real stuff later. This is one of the presents that I did with some scraps and picks. We used the ribbon that we're going to have on the tree, the burlap, a sprig of pine cones, and this little pick that I showed you a while ago. We also have a cute little burlap bird that's nesting in here. Now you can use these rosettes in chair backs, floral arrangements, just about anything. But Joe will be showing you a few more things to use them in as well. But I think right now we're going to take a little break. But John has something he wants to tell y'all. Thank y'all.